Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Monica Luve here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing personalized readings live with Monica Luve on the channel. And before I get started, I'm going to explain a little bit about what you can expect in these readings, how they work. Most importantly, what it means to book a reading with me and the steps that are going to be taken in the reading. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to say this. These are pre-booked readings, so you need to book with me in advance to have your reading done live on the channel. I do not, unfortunately, offer readings in email. Okay, so if you are expecting me to do a personal reading for you and send it to you in your email or do a live or a Zoom, as people call it, I don't offer those services. Okay, so all of my personalized readings are available on this channel only, and the reason why that is for copyright purposes. What often happens is people steal content and then they use the content and use it on their own social media platforms, which often leads to scamming. So we want to avoid that by sticking and staying on the channel. Now, you all know that when I am doing personal live readings, I am going to be saying your name, and I'm also going to be saying your sign. Okay. So if you're someone who's not comfortable with having your reading in front of hundreds of thousands of people, okay, then I'm probably not the reader for you, okay? Because I do mention your name, and I also mention the sign as well too. And then of course, the energies that show up are going to be related to you and your name. So the reason why I use names is because I speak to my tarot cards whenever I'm doing readings. I speak to them so that I can get the right messages for you, okay? Now, one of the other things I want to mention is I have two types of personal readings available right now. That is going to change. I'm going to be offering other things as well too, but at this point in time, I'm only offering two types of readings, and those are deluxe personalized readings, which is either for those of you who are single, or if you are in a relationship with someone, or you want to find out about your relationship with someone, then you're going to want to get the readings that are a little bit longer and more personalized for you. If you simply just have a pre-question that you have for me, okay? So what is a pre-question? A pre-question is when you want to know a specific answer to a specific question. And I've created preset questions. So you could find preset questions. The preset questions that I answer are: is my person coming back to me? Are they going to reconcile with me? Is this person a soulmate? And I also have, I think there's a career one, but I don't know if that one's out yet. But the two that I'm doing is, is this person a soulmate, or, are they a soulmate, or are they coming back? Okay, those are the two options. Now, the personalized ask a question, get an answer is live. It is not as in-depth. Okay, so if you're someone who's like, oh, I'm looking for something more in depth, I want something where I want to know more about me and my person, or I want to know more about where my love life is going and what are the things that I need to do to improve my life, then you're going to want to get something a little bit more in depth. Now, just to clarify, I want to make sure I clarify, because I'm always like to make sure you know what's going on. As a viewer and a subscriber to my channel, I want to make sure that you have a heads up. Okay, I'm very, very, very open on the channel. So when you're purchasing Ask a Question, Get an Answer, you do not get a astrology reading. You do not get to see the spiritual advisor. Okay, so if you're someone who's like, oh, I want to see a spiritual advisor, I want to make sure that I really get this situation. What the spiritual advisor does is he or she will go more in depth, okay? Or they will go more in depth into who you are. So if you're looking at characteristics from your Vedic chart or your astrology chart, then all of that is going to be discussed, okay? And any questions that you have, again, are going to be discussed there. I don't do that. I don't offer that service where it's a one-on-one, but I do have designated spiritual advisors who will do that for you if you purchase the personalized deluxe reading, okay? One of the two. And there's two options. There's the single option and there's the coupling option. Now, if you're just purchasing Ask a Question, I'm going to pull cards for you, okay? What I do is I pull 9 cards, and I see out of those 9 cards, which cards need to be clarified, okay? I'm not going to be clarifying everything. You are going to be getting a challenge, okay? I believe I offer a challenge as well too. But it's a very quick reading. It's usually under 30 minutes, okay? So make sure when you're choosing to purchase a reading with me, you make sure you're asking questions because it is a little bit complicated. Now, one of the things I do want to mention before I get started, because I need to make sure that I'm very clear with everyone, when you're purchasing Ask a Question, Get an Answer, I will still look at your human design and I will still look at your astrology natal chart, okay? And I only do Western. I have spiritual advisors that do Vedic astrology, okay? So we look at both, okay? And I sit down with them. I get your information. I sit down with myself and my spiritual advisor, and they tell me what your Vedic is like as well too. So I look at your Vedic and I also look at your human design and astrology. If you're just getting a question, I will skim over your birth chart and I will find something that's a very important point that I feel like you need to know. I'm not going to be going in depth. I'm just going to be kind of skimming over it, okay? Why? Because, you know, astrology is very in depth and sometimes it takes days for a spiritual advisor to sit down and really understand, understand, and overstand who we're working with, okay? Because spirituality is very complex. It's not just about shuffling cards and, you know, making up a story and saying that's what it is. There's a lot more that goes on in this, okay? Now, I just want to mention this, and it's probably going to trigger a few people, but I have to mention it because I don't like to not express how I feel about certain things. I'm very open. I'm very transparent. I don't sugarcoat. You all know that if you've been with me for quite some time. One of the things that I don't enjoy seeing is when people start commenting about the amount it costs for a personal reading, okay? Not everybody is going to afford it, and that is okay. That is fine, okay? Sometimes the reader is not for you. So you're going to know if I'm the one for you. You're going to know. I don't have to beg you. I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to get angry. You're just going to know. You're going to know if I'm the one that is meant to give you the messages that you need to hear. So don't force it. If it is too much money for you, that's fine too. But please do not be negative in the comments about the money situation, okay? Because there's a reason why it is expensive. Some people think it's expensive. Other people don't think it's expensive. It depends on what level you are at financially. And I don't judge anybody because we've all been where we need to be, okay? So, you know, the reason why I am charging a lot of money, and I just want to put this out there, I don't need to explain myself, but I will because I want to, because I personally want to, not because I need to for everyone else, but because I want to. I want to be transparent. Is because I've been doing this for 21 years, okay? I didn't just pick up an astrology book yesterday and start learning astrology. I've been learning astrology for years, and I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. And I'm constantly growing as a spiritual advisor and a student. I'm not only just a spiritual advisor, I am also a student, okay? So when you get to that level, okay, when you get to a level of improving yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, you can charge whatever you want, okay? But coming in here and belittling people and making people feel bad and asking and wondering why it's so expensive without you knowing information really is not nice, okay? It's not good karma for you either. So you want to make sure that when you're asking questions, you're asking questions that are going to get you somewhere, not because you're in jealousy or anger, upset, all these, you know, low level energies. Okay. So just to put it out there, I've been doing this for years now, 21 years. It's going to be 22 years by the end of this year. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time, since I was a child. So I know how to read charts. I know how to read energies, and I combined everything together. So this is something I've been doing for a while. It is a passion hobby of mine, and I turned it into a business. So my goal here, okay, whether you get a personal reading with me or not, my goal is to help you, okay, in any way I can. And I'm always available for you, okay? You all know that. If you have questions, I have a live customer chat on the website, on my webpage, which is linked below. And you can ask any questions you want. I always advise that you ask questions prior to booking a reading with me, okay? So I always like to spend, 10 or 15 minutes of my time explaining what I'm doing. If you decide to donate in the live chat, I am not taking donations to answer questions. And I want to say this because, what often happens is people start donating and they're like, Monica, can you answer my question? I don't do that, okay? And the reason why I don't do that is because I'm not out here just to make money like that. I'm out here to show you that this is real stuff. You know, anybody who second guesses what I do or they don't believe in it, then you don't need to be here, okay? You're only supposed to be here if you feel intuitively called to be here, okay? And if you're curious, then that's fine too. But if you're just on here assuming that this is hocus pocus and you're making fun of people and you're being negative in the comments, I will remove you, okay? I personally will remove you from the chat, okay? And I watch the chat all the time. I will personally remove you. So if you want to remain being and having access on this channel, you need to remain respectful to me and to my viewers and my subscribers, okay? This is really important. I do not deal with negative energy. I do not feed it. And I'm just telling you, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm very transparent, okay? Because I see this all the time. This is why I don't offer a lot of personal readings, okay? Because of that. So hopefully everybody gets that and we're on the same page, and that's really what is important, okay? So before I get into the reading, I think I covered everything. Like I said, if you want to donate in the live chat, I am not taking donations to answer questions. I don't do that. That's not how I work. Okay, I know a lot of other tarot readers do it. I have a structure here. In my life and in my business, I'm very structured. I'm very Capricornian. My sun is in the 10th house, so I'm very like a Capricorn. So I could be very, you know, with everything, a little bit picky. So I do not just take money from you and answer a question because I need to know who you are. If I'm doing you a personal reading, I'm looking at your birth chart. I'm looking at your sun, your moon, your rising. Where's your Venus? Where's your Jupiter? What type of human are you? Are you a projector? Are you a generator? Are you emotional? Are you splenic? There's so many different combinations of people. So I can't just take money from you and give you an answer. I need to sit down. I need to study you with my spiritual advisor and then come on camera and give you the messages, okay? So that's how I work. And if that's something that you like and you like something thorough and you like something that, you know, it kind of you get to the point, you know, you get to the root of the issue so that you can find the solutions, then that's who I am and that's what I do, okay? If you have any questions about personal readings, there's only a few left in stock. The ask a question, get an answers are always every Friday, okay? So if you purchase and ask a question this weekend, you will not get your reading until the following Friday, okay? So just keep that in mind. I do not do personal readings on the weekend. Saturday and Sunday is my time of rest. I do my own thing on Saturday and Sunday. So again, if you're booking with me today, like let's say you watch this and you're like, ooh, I really want a personal reading with Monica, I will not do the personalized readings until Monday. And if it's an ask a question, it's on Fridays, okay? So if you get a more in-depth reading with me, it's always the following business day. So if you're booking with me on Friday night, you're not going to get your reading till Monday. If you're booking with me on Thursday night after 5 o'clock, you're not getting it until the following day, okay? So even if you book the same day, you're not going to get it till the following day. Okay, and if you have questions, you can contact us in the live chat and somebody will answer your questions, okay? All right, so I think I've gotten everything out and I've made it extremely clear on how things work here, which is fabulous. So I'm going to be getting into the first reading of the day for a client here. And the first reading that I have, I'm going to pull the name and the order number. Okay, so we have Pennie, okay? Pennie. So Pennie has been purchasing readings, you know, extended readings with me. So thank you very much for supporting me and supporting the channel. So Pennie has decided to purchase an ask a question, get an answer. And the question that Pennie wants to know is this person my soulmate? Are they really the one for me? Like, what's going on here, Monica? I want to know, is this a karmic? Is this a soulmate? Who are they? And Pennie also provided her details to me, her birth details. So I did look at your chart, Pennie. I did look at your human design, your person's human design, your astrology, and your person's astrology, okay? And I'm going to talk about a few points that I think are very, very important for you to know. So we're going to talk about that first, okay? And the way the reading is going to work is I'm going to be pulling 9 cards. I'm only going to be clarifying the cards that I feel need to be clarified. I will give a challenge. I don't think I offer challenges in the Ask a Question, but I will offer one here because I do feel like it's important. And then I'm going to pull some advice for you, okay? So this is an Ask a Question, get an answer. It's going to be under 30 minutes. It's going to be less than 30 minutes. So I also recommend for you, Pennie, if you don't get much out of this reading and you want more, I recommend you getting a personalized deluxe reading for you and your person, okay? And the reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, you can only get so much from this reading. If you really want to go on a deep level, okay? And one of the things that I mention is when it comes to love, you really need to know yourself and you need to know your person. If you don't know who you are and you don't know who your person is, it creates conflict and it creates issues, okay? And that's why I'm here to help you really connect with who this person is and who you are so that you both understand each other and come together and create the beautiful love that you're looking to create, okay? So let's get started. So for you, Pennie, your order number is, I'm gonna say the order number, it is 79172, okay? And that's for Pennie. Now, Pennie, for those of you who are watching the live chat, I always recommend, even if this is not your reading, even if this is not your personalized reading, you can always gain some sort of information from this, okay? Especially if you're someone who likes human design, if you like human design or you like astrology or you're learning how to read natal charts or astrology, then these are the type of readings that you're going to want to watch, okay? Because you're going to learn a lot from me about how I do things, okay? And how I understand, and read people. Okay, so Pennie is a Scorpio, okay? Pennie is a Scorpio. Now, one of the things I want to mention to you, Pennie, is you have a stellium, I believe, in Scorpio. I'm going to pull up your chart here in a moment, and we're going to talk a little bit about you, and then I'm going to discuss about your person. Okay, so I'm going to pull up your chart. Okay, so here's your person's chart. Okay. And your chart is here. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about it. So one of the things that you may not know about yourself, Pennie, is first of all, even though you are a Scorpio, you have a very strong energy of Leo energy. And I'm not surprised because you were attracted to coming to get a reading from me. And for those of you who don't know, I am a Leo as well too, okay? So usually Leos relate to other Leos. That's how it usually works, right? So what I'm seeing here for you with the stellium, you have a stellium, by the way, you have a stellium in Leo, or actually you have a stellium house selection here, okay? So there's 4 planets in your first house. So the first thing that I get from you, Pennie, is you're someone who is very beautiful, okay? You have a very beautiful outer appearance. You could be somebody who I'm really strongly getting you're very strong, okay? You come across as a Leo. That's how you come across. Very royal, very regal energy. And one of the things that I see here that, you know, tells me a little bit about you is you're an introvert. I get an introvert vibe. Maybe you come across as being an extrovert, but you may be somebody who likes to spend a lot of time at home, or you may be someone who kind of goes inward, okay? Or you may be like someone who likes to spend a lot of time being up at night, late at night, okay? I'm getting that as well too. Now that may resonate, it may not, but that's what I'm seeing here. I'm also getting for you, you have Saturn in the second house. So with Saturn in the second house, I'm really strongly getting there's something here about you needing to be careful with your finances. You need to have structure when it comes to your finances. So spending money recklessly or spending money on things that are not necessary is very important to be careful of, because Saturn is the task maker, and when it's in the second house, it's very karmic. So there's something here about your money situation. You know, so even though this isn't a money reading, that may be something that you've been called to wanting to know as well too, okay? Now, let's talk about your love situation. Now, in the 4th house, you have the sun, and your rising sign is Leo, okay? So wherever the sun is, it's going to tell me a lot about your focus, your external drives in this life, okay? And with the sun being in Scorpio in the 4th house, it's telling me that you're all about wanting family, okay? There's something here about wanting family. And most of the people that I've been doing personal readings for, it's not a coincidence that most of you want families, okay? There's a lot of 4th house energy, Cancer energy as well too, for other people. And this is for you as well too, because you're Uranus and the sun in the 4th house. So there could be something here about sudden changes in your family, or instability within your family life. And I think if that is the case, that has happened to you, you have a very strong drive to create your own family, okay, if you haven't already. Now, there's something here about Mercury retrograde, okay? There's something here about Mercury retrograde, and I'm strongly getting with Mercury retrograde that there's something here about issues with communication, okay? There's something here about issues with communication, and your person also has Mercury retrograde. So one of the things that I think is really important that you need to know out of your whole entire chart is there's 2 things that I noticed. The first thing is that the reason why you met this person, I do feel like they're a soulmate. We are going to get into your reading. I intuitively feel from reading your chart and your person's chart that you both are soulmates, but I'm also getting here that there's a reason why you both met, okay? And the reason why you met this person is because there's something here about health issues. I feel like your person, whether you know this or not, what I see in the chart is your person has some sort of health issues. There's always some sort of constant change within your person's health. And the only way that this person, your person, can conquer this is by really working hard on what they eat every day, what they consume, all of that, right? So there's something here about you coming into this person's life because you're meant to teach them how to eat better, how to be more healthy. And your person has entered into your life to teach you how to communicate, okay? There's something here about you learning how to communicate within relationships. And even though you want this and you want a relationship with this person, the only way you're going to get to that level is to be able to communicate and change your communication style. Now, because you are Mercury retrograde and your person's in Mercury retrograde, it's a very, very auspicious time that is coming up for you and your person, where I recommend you sitting down and finding time to really express to this person how you feel. And that is ultimately going to allow this person to do the same. So the major thing here is you need to start looking. Okay, this is very important. Hopefully you're listening. You need to start looking at when Mercury retrograde is happening. Okay, so Mercury retrograde is going to be starting on September 9th for 3 weeks. And it's going to be happening in Libra. So your Pluto is in Libra, and Mercury is going to be transiting that area of your chart. So what that's telling me is over the next few weeks, when we hit September 9th, there's going to be a very auspicious time for you to communicate with this person about how you feel. And the only time you and this person can really have a proper conversation to get through to one another is when Mercury retrograde is happening. So for those of you who are interested in learning and knowing about astrology, if you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, your most beneficial time is when Mercury is retrograding. That's the best time to communicate. So that's what I noticed in your chart with your person, that you both are here to help transform one another. You two are very similar but different at the same time. So this is what I'm seeing. Now, if you want to know more about your person, I highly recommend booking. You can contact me, and if you're interested in finding out more, there are going to be options, which I didn't mention, but there is going to be options for you to just speak to the spiritual advisor. So if you're not interested in getting a tarot reading, but you're interested in learning about this person more, that's something that I recommend, because one of the things that I noticed, Penny, about your person is this person you're dealing with is very complex. They're somebody who kind of your person is someone who has to force themselves out of their comfort zone, okay? So you're dealing with somebody who is a Cancer. They have a Cancer Venus conjunction, okay, in the 5th house. So this person wants to be loved. They want love. They're open to love. But there's something here about this person having a hard time coming out of this comfort zone. And I feel like if you and this person have a conversation, a deep conversation at the right time, it can really help open the door up to you and this person moving forward together. That's what I'm seeing. So let's get into your reading, and let's see, is this person really a soulmate? Let's see, are they really a soulmate? Tell me about Pennie and their person. Tell me about Pennie and their person. By the way, Pennie, I forgot to tell you, your person loves to talk. They're all about communication. They like to express their feelings. And you may find that when you try to express or talk to this person, it's difficult. The only reason why it's difficult, okay, is because during Mercury retrograde is the time that you and this person are supposed to communicate, not outside of that, okay? Nothing serious should be talked about unless it's Mercury retrograde. Why? Because you both are, you both have Mercury retrograde in your chart. And if you're a Mercury retrograde baby, then you need to make sure that you are communicating at the right time, okay? Because there could be a lot of misunderstandings outside of Mercury retrograde, okay? That's only if you have Mercury retrograding in your natal chart. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, so your challenge is the Four of Cups. So there's an energy here of awareness, an energy here of rejection, okay? And again, like I said, there's something here about needing to speak about emotions, okay? Your person has the moon conjunct Mars in the 3rd house. So they're all about saying how they feel, what's going on. But because Mercury is debilitated and it's retrograde, there's only certain times that can happen, okay? Now, what you don't see coming is the 8 of Swords in reverse, which is not a coincidence because the last personal reading I did, the 8 of Swords was there. So what this is telling me, Penny, is that after this reading, you're going to gain so much clarity. You're going to free yourself from something here that's been holding you back for quite some time, okay? So let's get into your reading. Let's talk about it. So the first card you have here is your challenge, and your challenge has a lot to do with the Four of Cups energy. There's a strong energy here of you feeling rejected by this person. It's like, do they really want me? Do they care about me? It's not so much about whether or not this person cares about you or not, Penny. It's more or less about how you approach this person, because your person is very specific. They're a very specific energy, okay? And one of the things that I did mention or see in the human design, let me just pull up the human design. So this is your person's human design chart. Okay. And as you can see, this person you're dealing with is an emotional solar plexus, and they are a manifesting generator, and they're the right cross of laws. So your person's all about law, structure, order is what I'm seeing. This person has a tendency to get very frustrated, okay? So you need to be aware of this person's energy of frustration. You are a left angle. You are a left angle cross of defiance. Okay, so here's the thing. You can clash with this person. You can clash with your person at times if you're not communicating at the right times. You both are very emotional, so there is a wave. What do I mean by a wave? When you're an emotional solar plexus and you're ruled by that in your human design, you have days where things are amazing and great, and then you have days where you're like, oh, I'm super tired. So there will be some sort of ups and downs, and you need to make sure that you can ride that wave. I do feel like like I said, the reason why you met this person was to help. You're being called to help this person with their health, and they're being called to show you how to communicate better. If you and this person can work on that, I do see it working out between you and them, okay? So that's why your challenge is the Four of Cups, because there's some sort of rejecting energy, and it's not that that this person's rejecting you or you feel rejected. It's that the timing has to be right. And that's why you have the Temperance in the present moment. So we're going to talk about all of that. Okay, let's talk about the past. Now, in the past, you have the Five of Cups, the World, and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like there was some sort of sadness here. There was some level of disappointment here in the past between you and this person. Something here came to an end. Either you broke up with this person, or maybe this person traveled and they went back home, or you went back home. There's something here about traveling in the past, and there was kind of some sort of disappointment. Okay, we're going to clarify and see. I'm going to clarify a few cards here and see. In the present moment, you have the Seven of Cups, the Temperance, and the Eight of Pentacles. Even though there's a lot of confusion and you don't really know where you stand with this person, Seven of Cups, if you're patient and you wait for the right timing, Temperance is all about the right timing. In the month of September, around September 9th, until the end of September, you have a very auspicious time to communicate with this person and work things out. Okay. Now, in the near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Devil. If things don't change and you don't approach this person from a different perspective, the right timing, You know, and there's something here, Penny, about needing to create boundaries in the near future, because if this person's the type of person who comes and visits you and then just comes and hangs out with you and then nothing is really established within the relationship, it's because you're not creating some form of boundaries. Okay, I'm just going to look at your chart one more time because I think there was something about that I picked up on. Okay. Yes. So your person is, they're all about health, or they need to focus more on their health. And that's why you're there. I did mention that. So for you, you have Aquarius in the 7th house. Your Aquarius rules your 7th house, and Uranus, which is ruled by Aquarius, is in your 4th house, which is conjunct your sun. So there's something here about you not having patience, or you do things without thinking, or you act very abruptly. And this is why the Queen of Swords is here, because in a way, you are like the Queen of Swords, because Uranus is in Scorpio, conjunct your sun, and you're a rising Leo, okay? If that makes sense. I know some of you aren't going to get it, and that's okay. I'm not expecting you to get it, but I know what I'm talking about and seeing here, okay? So let's do some clarification. I'm only going to clarify a few cards, and then I'll kind of give you a better idea if this person is really for you and what you need to do. We're going to get some advice as well, too. Let's clarify the world in the recent past. So the world's clarified by the Devil, the Emperor, and the Temperance. So the reason why something here ended in the past was because there was a lack of creating boundaries, and there was a lack of being patient, okay? So even though you felt in the past, Penny, wow, this person is really my Emperor, I feel like I'm going to be with them, there was some level of disappointment here. The only reason why this disappointment happened between you and this person is because you weren't patient. Okay, you wanted something very quickly here, or this person wanted something very quickly. Okay, tell me more about the challenge. Tell me more about Penny's challenge. Why is the 4 of Cups here? So the 4 of Cups is clarified by the 7 of Cups. You have the 4 of Cups again and the Ace of Pentacles. Your biggest challenge here is to recognize what is creating confusion. Because there's something here about confusion, and this is very similar to the last reading that I did. It's a common theme now. So there's something here about you needing to get clear on what you want, and then you need to express it, okay? So having this idea, Penny, in your head of what you want isn't enough. You can say, yeah, I want him to be mine. I want to be in a relationship. I want to have a family. But if you're not taking the steps by, one, being patient with this person, by the way, you're dealing with a Cancer. Cancers are very slow to do things. They're slow to open up. They're slow to move. They're slow to take action. Okay, that's just their nature. So when you're dealing with somebody like that, if you're not patient, then it's not going to work. So do I feel like this person's a soulmate? Absolutely. But there's things that you need to learn about this person. And the only way you're going to learn about this person is if you have an advisor explain to you who they are. Okay, once you know, the advantage of knowing astrology and knowing human design, it's not only for your benefit, it's for your benefit of knowing who you're dealing with. Because if you know who you're dealing with in advance, it saves you so much time, okay? So this is what I'm seeing here. There is an opportunity for you and this person to have a new beginning, if that's what you're wondering. There's a beautiful opportunity here, but you need to get clear on what you want, and then you need to find a way to express it, okay? Now, why is there such a big delay? I want to know why there's such a delay with you and this person. Tell me about the Temperance for Penny. You have the 3 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the Strength. If you've been wondering if you're going to reconcile with this person, there's definitely a reconciliation on the horizon. I do feel when you meet up with this person, it's to clear up some sort of confusion between you and them, because there's so much love here between you and them. There's a huge opportunity for you and this person to work things out. But the problem is when you meet up with this person, you connect with them, if you don't really know who you're dealing with, and by the way, you're dealing with, like I said, you're dealing with someone who's complicated. You're dealing with a Cancer who has Pisces tendencies. And by the way, your person's very mutable. Okay, what do I mean by mutable? I mean, does anybody know what the mutable signs are? Okay, there's 4 mutable signs. Mutable means changeable. Can anybody guess what the mutable signs are? You can comment in the live if you think you know what the mutable signs are. So the mutable signs are Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius. These 4 signs, okay, are very changeable. And if you don't know who you're dealing with and this person starts going on with their changeable energy and you're a fixed sign, which you are, Penny, you are a Leo rising and you're a Scorpio sun, which means you're very fixed. You want somebody who can give you that stability. And this is what you thought that this person was going to do in the past, Emperor. But when it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, you started questioning it. Is this person really for me? Are they my soulmate? Why do I feel such a strong connection with them? Okay. So at the end of the day, you need to know who you're dealing with, because I don't think you know who this person really is. And that's why there's so much confusion here. Okay. So there is a reconciliation. I do feel like you and this person are going to work things out. Now, one of the things you need to be careful of is in the near future, this person may leave again. They may leave again, okay? And the reason why is because the devil is here. Right when you're about to offer this person an opportunity, there's a disconnect. Why? What do you need to know? What do you need to be prepared for? Tell me about the devil. Why is it here in the near future for Penny? So the devil is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Star. As soon as you start to talk about the future with this person, there's a pulling away energy. And the reason why there's a pulling away energy is because one of you knows what they want while the other person doesn't know. Okay? So here's the thing. I do feel to some extent this person's a soulmate, but I don't feel they are a complete 100% long-term soulmate. I think that this person is temporary. And the reason why I say that is because right now in the near future, there's a reason why somebody here disconnects. They come back together, but they disconnect. And what this usually means is to some extent, there is a karmic energy here. I am getting a karmic energy here only because there's a lesson that needs to be learned. It's almost like you and this person are meeting up as friends. And yes, there's a strong chemistry there, but it's not strong to the point where everything matches. Not everything matches with you and this person. And there's something here about this person's health and this person being kind of on and off. They do have on and off tendencies. So if you're not somebody who can accept the fact that this person is someone who's on and off, then they're probably not for you, okay? There's some sort of concessions. And what do I mean by concessions? I mean, there's some sort of trade-offs that you have to make if you want to be with this person. This person is very changeable. I'm getting a changeable energy. So somebody leaves here after an offer is made in the near future. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Why is it here in the near future? You have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Sun. So this person's leaving in the near future. As much as you want to make an offer to them or they want to make an offer to you, it's not meant to be, okay? And I know that's hard to say. And the reason why it's not meant to be is because this person's only in your life to help you improve one aspect of your life, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Now, of course, I can't tell you everything because this is only ask a question, get an answer. It's not an in-depth reading, so I can't tell you everything, but I recommend if you want to know more information and you still feel like this person is for you, then you can always reach out to us in live chat and get a more in-depth reading, okay? And that's what I'm recommending you. Even if you decide not to get the full deluxe reading, you can always speak to us and get a reading with the spiritual advisor, okay? And we offer that as well too. It's just not posted yet, but we are going to be offering that, okay? So the reason why this person leaves in the near future is because you and this person are not on the same page. One of you wants something serious while the other person is not 100% in it yet. And the reason, again, why I picked up why it's not like that is because you and this person are both Mercury retrograde. You both have Mercury retrograde. So the only time you and this person can really get through to one another is during Mercury retrograde. And if you're not patient, if this person's not patient and you're not patient, it's not going to work. You're dealing with a Cancer, okay? The Cancers are very slow moving. They don't act quickly. They are constantly in their emotions. So if you're not somebody who can handle that, then there may be some sort of issues. I do feel in terms of what you don't see coming, you're going to release yourself from this person, okay? Even though you've been having them in your head a lot and thinking about them, there's something here about you eventually releasing them, okay? So let's get some advice for you. What is the advice? Tell me about Pennie. What is the advice in this situation? biggest piece of advice here is to look for love, okay? Don't just keep your options on one person. You should, if you're not married or you're not in a engagement, you should keep your options open. That's what I'm getting here. You have the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Lovers. The only way, Penny, you're going to be able to find your true soulmate is by expressing yourself. You have Mercury retrograde in your chart, and you also have, I believe, Pluto in the 3rd house. Let me just confirm. Yeah, you have Pluto in the 3rd house, which is in Libra. So this means your whole entire life and your biggest challenge, your biggest transformation in this life is going to be learning how to communicate within your relationships. If you're constantly bottling up your emotions, constantly wanting things to happen quickly, constantly questioning how you feel and how this person feels without communicating, then what that does is it leads to some sort of tension, okay? You deserve love. You are going to find love. They're telling you are going to find love. You're going to find happiness. Soulmate is coming in for you. But the only reason why this person, like I said, and I'm truly picking up on this, the only reason why this person comes into your life is because they express their emotions. They're very in touch with their emotions. They're a Cancer, and they have Gemini moon and Mars conjunct their moon in the 3rd house. So this person's showing you how you can improve yourself. So I don't feel like this is a karmic. I feel like they are a soulmate, but they're not the ultimate soulmate for you, okay? Soulmate is coming in for you, but only when you learn how to do this, communicate. Okay, you're going to meet somebody who's similar to this person, but they're going to be improved is what I'm getting. Okay, so yes, they are soulmates, but they're not someone who's going to stick around is what I'm seeing. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Penny. I hope you got something out of this reading. If you have any questions about this reading and you feel like you need more information, please reach out to us on the live chat, and either myself or one of the customer service agents will send you a message back, and we will give you some more advice on what you should do in this situation. Okay, so let's move on to the next reading. Sirens are going off. So this next reading may be something that is very important for those of you who are watching, okay? So even though this is a personalized live reading, you still may get something out of this, okay? Okay, I'm gonna ring the bell. Gonna clear the energy. All right, so in this reading, I'm gonna quickly talk for 5 minutes. So if you want to take a break, if you want to go get a snack, or you want to go get a drink and you want to come back and join us on the live, then you are most welcome to come back and join us on the live, okay? So in this reading that I'm going to be doing, this is going to be a second reading. It's a personalized reading that I'm going to be doing, and it's a deluxe reading. So what does that mean? It means I'm going to be doing a soulmate reading for this customer who purchased, and I'm going to say the name, I'm going to say the order number and the sign, so that if you are this person's sign, then you may find, you know, whether you're sun, moon, or rising of this person, then you may get some sort of information or messages that are really important that you need to know, okay? So I'm going to explain to you what a deluxe reading is. A deluxe reading is where I look at you and your person live on camera. I look at your natal chart, your person's natal chart, your human design and your person's human design, and I sit down for 1 hour with my spiritual advisor who is trained for many years, over 20 years, just like myself, in Vedic astrology, and we look deep into who you are and who your person is and why you two met and what's going on, okay? And this reading is a lot more expensive, but it's me putting my energy in learning who you are and to give you the advice and information. One of the things you have to also keep in mind is when you purchase one of these readings with me, there's a few bonuses, okay? It's not just me shuffling tarot cards and boom, and that's it. You also are going to be receiving, when my school comes out, and it's going to be coming out very soon, okay? It's going to come out very soon. We're going to be offering a very heavy discount on those of you who got personalized live readings with me. So if you're someone who wants to learn or you want to enhance your spirituality, then that option is also available to you as well too. Another thing I want to mention is when you purchase a reading with me like this, anytime you have a question about your life and about your situation, you can always contact me and I will respond, or a customer service agent will respond to you to kind of help you, guide you, okay? There's always advice and there's always guidance on my end. I'm not just going to shuffle cards and tell you something and that's it. There's always lessons and things that you need to learn. And my whole entire goal with doing this for you is to help you get to the next level. I want to see you go from here to here. That's my only goal. My only goal is to see you improve as a person, like I've improved myself. Because if I'm able to help people improve themselves, like I improve myself, then the world's going to be a better place. And that's my goal, okay? So in these readings, they're very dear to me because I actually am able to go in and see who you are and see who your person is and see what's wrong. And that's all it takes sometimes. All it takes is for you to really realize who you're dealing with and what's really going on, okay? So in the deluxe readings and the personal single live readings, I do daily, everyday offering. So I'm going to tell you what your important message is from spirit and what you need to know. And I always recommend meditating on this because once you know what your message is, it kind of will open up a portal into you moving to the next level, all right? So I'm going to be doing that for you. Now, the way the deluxe personalized reading works, I do past, present, and future. I pull a challenge for you as well as some advice. I do not clarify the advice. So 3 cards at the end, I don't clarify. I just tell you what the advice is. For past, present, and future, I clarify every single card. And I also have incorporated in my new readings, I've incorporated, the romance angels. And I've also incorporated the Island Wellness, and they're both Oracle love decks, love tarot cards. So they kind of get a little bit more deeper into what is going on with you and your person. I am also going to be clarifying your challenge. Okay. So we're going to be talking about your challenge, what you need to know. And I'm going to also be putting some Oracle cards on that as well too. Finally, when that is all done, when that's all said and done, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at you and your person, and we're going to be looking at how your person's feeling about you right now, how you're feeling about them, how they are viewing you, how you're viewing them, the actions this person's going to take towards you, the actions you're going to take towards them. And I'm also going to be clarifying all of those cards as well. Okay. So that's the way the reading works. And before I get into your reading, I'm going to be spending a few minutes, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, on explaining to you the chart and the information. Okay. Then once all that is done, I believe Tayler, okay, Tayler is the person that I'm going to be doing reading for. So hi, Tayler. I'm going to be doing your reading. Tayler has already scheduled her private, personalized advisor meeting, okay, where she is going to sit down and speak to the advisor about her relationship. She's going to get deep information. And this is not simple stuff. This is not about just, drawing a chart and that's it. It's deep stuff. We look at nakshatras. We look at, the what type of animal you are. We look at what animal your person is, all of those things. We look at all of those things. So it's a very deep reading. It's not surface. And this is why, like I said, it's a little bit more pricey, okay? And you're also paying for the experience as well too. So you're not getting someone who just learned astrology 6 months ago. You're getting people who are real spiritual people. And we're very serious about what we do. We're here to help you. And we're going to help you. We're going to help you till the end. We're not just going to do a reading for you and that's it. If you have questions, you always come back to us, okay? We're a family. That's how I do things here, okay? So one of the things I want to start by saying is Tayler is a peacock, okay? And this is going to be the theme of your reading. Tayler is a Leo and she is a peacock, okay? So again, another Leo coming to another Leo. So I appreciate that. And I thank you very much for trusting me to do your personalized live reading. Okay. So what I'm going to do for you, Tayler, is we're going to talk about, first of all, I'm going to say the order number, the name, and the sign, just to clarify. And then we're going to get into the reading. I'm going to talk about your human design, your person, and all of that information. Okay. So Tayler purchased the personal deluxe tarot love reading with Monica Luve live on YouTube. And wow, Tayler has purchased over 144 extended readings with me. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Wow, I'm very grateful. So Tayler is a very long time viewer of mine, and Tayler has trusted me to do her personalized live reading. Now, Tayler is a Leo. Tayler is a Leo, right? Let me just take a look and make sure and confirm. Okay. Yeah, Tayler is a Leo and Tayler's person is a Virgo. So if you're watching this and you're a Virgo dealing with a Leo, or you're a Leo dealing with a Virgo, then this may be your reading, okay? And even if you are not, even if you're not one of those signs, there's always something here that you can learn about astrology or human design, okay? So Tayler, excuse me, order number is her order number is 75864. Okay, so 75864. We're gonna jump into the reading now, and I'm gonna pull up the first thing I want to pull up is your chart. Okay, we're gonna pull up your chart. Now, I know, Tayler, you sent me the details were sent a little bit late, so I'm a little bit late with the reading, but I really wanted to spend time to learn about who you are and your person. And I was sitting down, having my lunch, and I was sitting with the spiritual advisor, and we were talking about you and your person, and we were talking about the aspects and the things that are going on. And like I said, one of the things that I was told by the spiritual advisor is that you're a peacock. And when you look, your animal totem is peacock in the Vedic, okay? So you are somebody who's very out there, okay? First of all, you're a Leo. And as you know, if you're not aware of who a Leo is, and if you're somebody who's dating a Leo or you want to get to know a Leo woman, okay, always stands out. She always stands out. She always stands out from all the other zodiac signs, okay? Not to say that the other zodiac signs aren't prominent or important, but Leo is like the sun, and she shines, okay? It doesn't matter what decan she's in or when her birthday is. It doesn't matter. If you're a Leo rising, sun, moon, or rising, you shine, okay? Maybe not so much the moons, Leo moons, but risings and the sun Leo shine. So the reason why your person is super attracted to you, I'm going to tell you a little bit about your person, is because you stand out. You have this very beautiful energy about you where you're very attractive. You look very good. Things are great for you in terms of the way you look in your appearance. But the one thing that you need to be careful of is after a certain age, that all changes, okay? And the reason why that all changes is because you're going to be going through, okay? And I'm going to try to say this the best way I can. You're going to be going through a major transition, okay, in the next few years. You're going to be going through and it's not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing. What you're going to be going through is you're going to turn from being super physical in the physical realm to being spiritual. You're going to be starting to go within. Because the peacock, when you look at the peacock has those beautiful green blue feathers, and the feathers just go like this, and you can't ignore the peacock. Your person, by the way, is a woodpecker, okay? So woodpecker and peacock, very different energies, okay? Spiritual advisor is going to talk to you more about that, okay? Now, let's talk about your chart. Now, in your chart, here's your chart. This is your astrology that I looked at. Now, one of the things I have to tell you, Tayler, and this, again, may be very hard for you to swallow, but I'm here to help you. Your life may resonate, it may not, but this is what I'm seeing. Your life has been extremely difficult. Lots of challenges, lots of oppositions, a lot of a lot of squares, a lot of oppositions. And you're a rising Scorpio, and your person is a rising Scorpio. So you both have scorpionic energy. And the problem with Scorpio is, okay, whether you're sun, moon, or rising and you're watching this, you're going to learn something. Scorpio is always going through the rising from the ashes, rising phoenix, okay? So I always recommend, especially you, Tayler, I recommend you looking at what the rising phoenix is, because that's what you're going to be going through as a rising Scorpio. And you have Pluto right at 0 degrees Sagittarius, which is telling me that you're going to be transitioning from being Scorpio to being a Sagittarius, which means freeing yourself. You're going to be spiritually freeing yourself. So you are somebody, by the way, Tayler, you could be somebody who's very prominent in your career. If you're not someone who's famous, or you're someone who's becoming famous, you are someone who is going to be famous if you're not famous already. Like me, I have the sun in the 10th house. You have the sun in the 10th house, which means you're going to be recognized for something that you do. And this is why your person chose you, because your person saw that you're somebody who stands out. You're different from everyone else. The problem that I noticed in the chart was you're very confrontational. There's an aggressive energy that comes from you sometimes. And your person is not aggressive. Your person cannot handle confrontation and they cannot handle aggressiveness. So one of the things that you need to learn is how to ground yourself. You have 4 retrograde planets, 1 retrograde planet in the 5th house, and your north node is in Libra. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you your details. So here's your chart. And what I do, by the way, what I do in these personal live readings, I show you your chart and I talk about it for a few minutes, okay? That's the bonus that you get. So as you can see here, you have the north node in the 12th house. What does that mean? When you have the north node, first of all, the north node is Rahu. Rahu, what does Rahu mean? Rahu is the head. Rahu is the north, where you're going. The south is Ketu, that's where you came from. So when you're born in this plane, in this realm, you come in through the sun and you leave through the moon. You come in through the sun and you leave through the moon, okay? The moon is Ketu, the sun is Rahu, okay? Feminine energy, masculine energy. So your whole entire purpose on this life, in this life, is to have a relationship, to have a family. That's why you have a child with this person, okay? Because that's your drive. That's what you want within you. The problem is your north node is in the 12th house, which means your whole entire purpose to achieve the ideal relationship that you want is through what? Moving to the north, moving your energy to the north, which means expanding yourself, becoming the best version of yourself spiritually. Because the 12th house is Pisces. And Pisces is very mutable. It's an on and off energy. So at times when it comes to relationships, you think, yeah, I got this one in the bag. Yeah, I made it. And then you don't. And then you question yourself and you're like, but who doesn't want me? Right? As a Leo, right? You're like, who doesn't want me? This is what Leo women say, right? Leo women say, who doesn't want this? Come on, baby. Who doesn't want this? Nobody is going to resist me. So the thing is, when you get rejected or somebody doesn't want you and they pull away, you start asking yourself, why is this going on? So I'm here to explain that to you. Your biggest lesson right now is you need to create boundaries. You need to create structure within yourself. It's easy for you to project that structure outward on other people, but you have to do it inward. And that's why Saturn is retrograde in your 5th house, because your 5th house astrologically is all about romance. It's all about Leo. Leo is the 5th house. Each house, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Each house correlates with a sign. The 1st house correlates with Aries. The 5th house correlates with Leo. The 10th house correlates with Capricorn. So what it's telling me is, in order for you to realize this purpose, which you're looking for, which is wanting a relationship, wanting to achieve fullness in a relationship, you need to create boundaries and you need to be grounded. You can fly off the handle. Sometimes you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? You can be very confrontational, and Leos are like that. I'm like that. I can be very like if, I can be like that. I don't know if you've been on the channel with me for quite some time, I think you've seen me go off. I've went off a few times. I've simmered down now because I'm I'm learning, but you know what I mean? Like this is something that you need to work on. Now I'm going to show you why you need to work on this. And I'm focusing more on you because, like I said, over the next few years, you're going to completely change. You're not going to be the same way you are now. You're going to completely change your perspective on relationships, love, life, because something is going to change within you. And you're going to recognize that you can't, I'm going to be honest with you, Tayler, you can't go around in this energy of I'm beautiful, I'm hot, so people should love me. It's more than that. You have more to offer than that. You have so much more to offer than your sex appeal, okay? As a Leo, you are someone who is the sun. You shine light on people who need that, okay? So if you're a Leo watching this, even if you're not Tayler, this is for Tayler, but as Leos, I'm talking about Leos now, okay? Because we're talking about astrology. Leo is Leo can use their sex appeal for good or bad, okay? You can use your sex appeal for good or bad, your strength for good or bad, your sun for good or bad, okay? So it's very important that you're not just leading with the sexual energy. This is why you're a rising Scorpio, because you come across as sexy, hot. It's like, ooh, I want her. But when that wears off, okay, and this is the problem with relationships today. Everybody's like, ooh, yeah, she's hot. Ooh, he's hot. Yeah, I want that. I want that, you know? And it's like, okay, but is that going to last? Because the fire can't burn only on sex appeal. It has to also burn on spirituality, on self-development, on sometimes crisis. You know, crises happen in relationships, and it's like, you know why crises happen in relationships? To see if that person's really going to stick by you. Are they really going to stick by you when that crisis happens? And if it doesn't, then that's about you going inward and depending on yourself. And that's what builds the character of you more than just sex appeal, if you know what I mean. So it's not only just about, hey, I'm hot, I'm sexy, you should like me. Do I have something else to offer other than that? And I feel like that's something that you have. You have that to offer, but you have to tap into that. And that's why I'm here to help you. And the spiritual advisor is going to help you with that so that you're not just leading with that energy. It's a very, by the way, I did a Leo reading for you. The last Leo reading I did, and the title, you know what the title said? It said, this situation, Leo, is going to change your life. And I've even been personally going through it. So there's a big change that's happening for Leo, because Leo, the sun is leaving your sign. Tayler, the sun is leaving your sign now. You just had a birthday. By the way, happy belated birthday. It was just my birthday too. So the sun is leaving our sign. So what this means for you is that you're going to go through a rebirth. You're going to realize all these things, and you're going to say, wow, your head is going to be like, whoa, like, I can't believe I didn't know all this stuff. And when you know this stuff, you're going to become more powerful. You're going to be able to achieve and attract what you want more, and you're going to be able to deal with your issues. Because there's something here about you always having issues in life. But one of the things that I see about you, Tayler, where's your Mars? Your Mars is in Cancer, and it's in the 9th house. So you're all about expanding. Your energy is always about improving yourself, Sagittarius energy. And look, I'm going to show you. You see your rising sign is Scorpio, and you see how the Pluto is at 0 degrees. By the way, I believe in Pluto. I use Pluto very heavily in my readings. I'm an astrologist that actually does not believe Pluto is just some random planet out there. It is a planet of transformation, and it's the slowest moving planet. So that means it's very important, right? So one of the things that I see here for you is you have Pluto here, and it's transiting your first house, but it's actually living in the second house with Sagittarius. So your whole entire life is about you improving and becoming the best version of yourself. And that's the only way you can change. Now, one of the things that I see here is you have Jupiter retrograde in the 3rd house. You have very good communication skills, or you're able to write books or broadcast. There's something here about communication. And the more you improve yourself, the more you tap into that, the more you can expand, okay? I'm also getting for you as well too, you have the moon in the 8th house. So you are someone who has the potential to be very spiritual if you, again, tap into that. And your love, Venus, is on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. So there will be a lot of ups and downs in your relationships, but that's only happening so that you can learn patience and grounding. There's something here about you needing to ground your energy. I'm going to move on to your human design now. I'm going to pull up your human design. Here's your human design chart, Tayler, and you're a generator and you're a sacral. So a generator, sacral, first of all, generators are people who create. You're the creators of the world. Without generators, things are not created. So you are a creator and you're a sacral. So you're someone who can keep going and going and going. But you also have to recognize sometimes when you keep going and going and going, and you're not able to ground yourself, it creates chaos. It creates aggression. It creates this confrontational energy. And one of the things that I spoke to the spiritual advisor about was your person doesn't like confrontation. They run away. Every time you are like this with them, butting heads, they run away. So that's an issue here, okay, that you may be facing. Now, another thing I see here, if you look, here's your human design. Okay, I'm going to pull up the chart. Here's your human design. This is your chart. This is your energy in your body. Okay, these are the charts that I do. So again, You know, when people are watching and they're like, why are readings so expensive? It's because I studied this for years. And that's what I'm offering you. Okay. Not everybody does this. Okay. So right here, if you look at this is your root chakra. Okay. These are all chakras. These are all chakras. So if you look at your root, you see how there's no lines connecting to the other triangles on the side. You're not grounded. You try to be grounded, but then something happens where you are not able to ground yourself. So the reason why you're super attracted to your person is because they help you ground yourself. They bring you back to this place of balance again. So you need to learn how to do that within yourself and not rely on this person to do it. Once you're able to do that, when this person comes around to you, you're not just taking from this person's energy. Okay. So there's something here about you needing to learn how to be grounded. Another reason why you're super attracted to this person, why you can't seem to get them out of your mind and you want to possess them, is because this person is a transmitter. They transmit their emotions to you and you're the receiver. So one of the things that I mentioned in the previous readings that I did was there's two types of people. There's receivers and there's transmitters. You can be a female receiver. You can be a male receiver. You can be a female transmitter. You can be a male transmitter. Doesn't matter, because gender is not important. It's not like, oh, I'm the man, so I need to act this way, or I'm the woman, I need to act this way. That's not how it works. And that's why energy is not genderized, right? So there's something here about you needing to learn how to get in touch with your emotions, how to not ignore them, how to face your emotions. Like this person needs to face their emotions as well. So one of the main things I see here is this person helps you become grounded. Now let's look at your person. Here's your person's chart. Your person is a perfectionist. They have the 18 and the 58. They have the 18 and the 58 connecting. And you see how your person has the root and they have lines connecting here. And they have a line connecting here. So again, you and this person are very much have met each other because there's things that you both need to improve. And it can work. This can work, but at the same time, you both have so much work to do, especially you, Tayler. I'm going to be honest with you, because there's been so many issues within your life. The only reason why these issues are coming up is because there's something within you have to improve. Okay. So the spiritual advisor is going to talk a little bit more about that and important things you need to know about your person and the questions. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to get into your reading and I want to see what's going on with you and this person, what you need to know, etc., etc. Okay. So let's get started. All right. Tell me about Tayler. What is the daily offering? What does she need to know? Tell me about Tayler. What does she need to know? Tell me about Tayler. You have share. Share. Okay. So your important message here from the divine is you need to share more. That means share your feelings. Share what you believe, what your vision is, what you want. One of the things that I found very important about your person, because your person's very special, by the way. Your person, okay, Tayler, is very spiritual. And your person is very misunderstood. They're very misunderstood. You may not know this about your person, but they often are very misunderstood. They are very spiritual. On the surface, they look like they're very physical and materialistic, but they're also trying to find their spiritual path. And you're also being called to do that as well, too. So the reason why you and this person met, first of all, there was a lot of sexual energy between you and this person when you first met. It was like that, okay? And that's all it ever was. It never got any deeper than that. So what Spirit is saying to you is you need to learn how to share more with this person, but not share from an aggressive, possessive perspective. Because as Leo women, okay, I'm going to tell you something about Leo women, okay? Because I'm one, so I can talk about it. Leo women are they can be like a Scorpio. They can almost be very possessive and the reason why is because Leo is a fixed sign. And fixed signs, there's 4 fixed signs in the zodiac. Can anybody comment and let us know in the live chat, what are the 4 fixed signs in astrology? What are the 4 fixed signs? What are the 4 fixed signs? It's the Wheel of Fortune, by the way, to give you a hint. So the 4 fixed signs are Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. If you're dealing with one of these 4 signs, these signs like structure. They like to know that they like to know that they have you. They like to know that, you know, this is serious. We're taking this seriously. This is not a game. It's not a joke, right? So you are very fixed in nature. You're a rising Scorpio and you are a sun Leo. So this means that you could become very possessive. And when you're like that, this person runs away or they disconnect because they don't like confrontation. You're someone, okay, this is what the spiritual advisor told me. You're someone who you can cut through auric fields. Okay, what does that mean? We all have auric fields. Okay, so if you've ever watched the machine that highlights your energy body, because we have an energy body. We have the physical. This is the physical body. And then around me is an auric field. Okay, not everybody can see auras. I can see auras sometimes. It depends on where I'm at in my spiritual journey. But, you know, sometimes we can see auric fields. And the auric field spans out 5 feet this way, 5 feet that way, 5 feet this way, and 5 feet back. So you're somebody who can literally tear open someone's auric field and you can really get in there and know who this person is. And that's very, very, very scary for some people. So you're a very intense person. And that's why this person really likes you, because there's something that this person knows that they can learn spiritually from you. But if you're not doing the spiritual work, then this person's just going to disconnect. Okay. So is there a possibility for this to work between you and this person? Absolutely. But there's a lot of inner work that has to be done. Okay. So let's get into your reading, Taylor. We're going to get started now. Tell me about Taylor. Tell me about Taylor and their person. So you're being called, Taylor, right now to share more with this person, but share from a more calm, balanced perspective. And if you're able to do that, things can really change for you and this person. Tell me more about Taylor and their person. Tell me more about Taylor and their person. Tell me more about Taylor and their person. Okay, so your challenge is the Ace of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in reverse, okay? So what you don't see coming is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Your challenge here is the Ace of Swords. Your biggest challenge right now, Taylor, is to get clear. And that's why you came to me, because what you want right now is you want to get to the bottom of something. You are all about cutting through auric fields. You want to cut through something, you want to get to the root of it, and you want to know what it is. And that's your biggest challenge. It's been your biggest challenge for quite some time. We're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some more cards for you. I'm going to pull everything, and then we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to do some clarification, okay? Tell me more about Taylor. Bottom of the deck, you have the love card. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Okay. Tell me more about Taylor and their person, please. You have the retreat card at the bottom of the deck, okay? Okay, so Tayler, the first thing that I see for you, okay, there's been a lot of ups and downs with you and this person. The reason why there's been a lot of ups and downs between you and this person, okay, is because there's something here about you and this person not really getting to know each other, okay? There's a lot of physical attraction here, a lot. And usually what happens in Leo and Virgo connections is, first of all, Leo is the sun. And your person Virgo, being Virgo, is Mercury. One of the things that Leo cannot stand about mutable signs, okay? And we talked about the mutable signs. If you were watching earlier, I said the 4 mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. When you're dealing with somebody who's like that and you're a fixed sign, you don't like the on and off. You don't like when this person questions you about whether or not you're the one. And I think one of the major things here that you need to keep in mind is the fact that you are the sun and this person is Mercury. So there will be times when there's retrograde energy. There will be times when things are not as consistent as you want them to. And instead of you rushing into this energy of being frustrated or impatient or wanting something to happen right away, you need to pull your energy back and ground yourself. I am recommending to you that you meditate. Okay, you're going to talk to the spiritual advisor about this. He's going to give you a whole bunch of advice and information that you need to know. Okay, this is really critical because if you don't do this, it may lead to something that you don't want to lead to. And like I said, this is why you came to me, because you want the truth. The reason why you're attracted to me so much is you see yourself in me, which is beautiful. And the other thing too, Tayler, is you're all about truth. You're all about wanting to cut through the nonsense, okay? And this is your biggest challenge because you've been trying to do this for quite some time. Now, if you're inquiring about whether or not you and this person are going to be coming back together, if you're really separated now and you're not with them, there is going to be a reconciliation. I do feel this person is going to call you. And you may, it may seem like that it's never going to happen. They're going to call you, okay? Especially because you have a child with this person. You're going to be connected to this person. The message here is someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, one of the things I want to mention before I get more deep into your reading, I'm going to go back to your astrology chart. You and your person have the same rising, the same north node, the same Rahu. And what I mentioned to you is Rahu is your life purpose. Okay. I think one of your questions that you asked was, what's my life purpose? If you're somebody who wants to know your life purpose, please go and look at your north node in your astrology chart. If you look at the north node in the astrology chart, you're going to see what the characteristics and where it is, where this is located, and what it means for you. Your, just give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up your chart. Yeah, okay, here it is. So your north node, okay, I'm going to say this slowly because some of you you don't know astrology. So I'm going to slow it down and break it down on a very simple level. Your north node, Tayler, is in the 12th house. And the 12th house rules what? It rules Pisces, which is what? A mutable sign. Mutable signs are on, off, on, off, on, off. It means throughout your whole life, you're going to be in relationships where things are not consistent. And the only way you can bring consistency into your relationships is by going within and grounding yourself. Once you go within and you ground yourself, the people that you want to bring into your life that help you ground will come into your life. Okay. I know it sounds contradicting, but that's how it works. That's how energy works. If you're somebody who's like this, you're going crazy, the person who's supposed to ground you is going to move away from you because that's not their energy. That's why you're attracted to them in the first place. So my whole entire point is, what I was going to initially say to you is this person is a part of your past life. You both have had past lives before. So when your challenge says reconciliation, it doesn't mean, oh, I'm broken up with this person, they're going to come back tomorrow. It means this person came back from another life. They reconciled with you from another life. And the reason why you and this person are coming back together is so that you can learn important skills from this person spiritually to enhance yourself so that you can have them. You're not going to have this person just because you look good. Looking good is only half the puzzle. Okay, this is the problem with today's society. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody's so focused on looking the best. But listen, looks fade. After you're a certain age, looks don't matter anymore. You got to ask yourself, what do I have to offer other than my looks? Okay. And some people are going to disagree with me, but looks are not everything. Looks are not everything. Why? Because skin starts sagging, boobies start sagging, bum starts sagging. You know, you start getting wrinkles. Like, that's normal. That's like a normal thing, right? So the whole entire point that I'm saying to you is, whatever you want to attract, Tayler, it's going to only come into your life. It's only going to come into your life as much as you show that of what you want. So if you want somebody who's grounded, kind, and calm, you got to be kind, grounded, and calm, even when things are going chaotic and crazy. Because your biggest challenge here is when this person comes back like they have from your past life, there will be a love call. And it says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So if you want to know if this person loves you, they do. But there's things that you do that scare this person and it drives them away. And by the way, your person is a perfectionist. So when they see one flaw within you, they run and they disconnect. So your whole entire thing here is to, one, anticipate the ups and downs in your relationships and act towards these ups and downs accordingly, which means when things get crazy, do you start to act crazy and go crazy, or do you sit down and ground yourself and calm yourself? Are you sweet and loving when things get crazy and bad? Because if you're not, that's something you need to work on, okay? So this person is from your past life. There's a past life energy here. There's a past life energy here, okay? Yeah. So love at first sight, you met this person, you hit it off with them. You need to let go of control issues. You're trying to control this person or you're trying to possess them. They will not. This person is, whoever this person is that you're dealing with, they're very spiritual, but they are trying to find somebody to help them tap into that. And it says, stay optimistic about your love life, okay? And it is safe to love. So like I said, codependency, there's something here that you and this person, it's a very big lesson that you and this person are learning. So the biggest challenge here is accepting this person when they call, when they come back, because they will. You're dealing with someone who's on and off, okay? That's what I'm getting here. All right. So in the recent past, you have the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers. It was like love at first sight when you first met this person. With the Wheel of Fortune here, I'm really strongly getting that when you met this person, you felt like they were a soulmate, excuse me. You have the Lovers here. So you met this person, you both kind of got in with it. You know, you started having fun, a lot of sexual energy here. It was very lighthearted. You started to find things out. You started to realize that you needed to heal. And there was a very strong blocked energy here in the past. We're going to find out why. There was a blocked energy here. It says the Swords and the Roses. It says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, humor, protection, and power. You could have found something out here in the past. Either you or your person found something out and someone here started to become closed off. Now, what I'm getting is your person found something out about you. And when they realized that, they started to close themselves off to you. And you may have said to this person, just keep an open mind. Just be open-minded about it. It's not a big deal. And this person may have felt like they found something out and started getting closed off. Okay. I do feel like things started to change. There's something here about new love. So you could have broke up with this person in the past. I'm not getting that though. I feel like this was a new love. You know, you and this person attracted each other. It was new, it was fresh. It was like, ooh, this person's going to be with me forever. But the Grim Reaper showed up in the recent past and it says the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. So the reason why you and this person break up often or there's often separations is because you're being forced to grow. And the only way, I'm going to tell you, the only way you and this person can really be together is if you both are willing to spiritually grow with one another. And this is the problem with today's society. Everybody wants a perfect relationship. They want the perfect woman, the perfect man. And then they get nobody and then they end up being by themselves. And we often say to ourselves, oh, I'm just going to be single. I'm just going to be single. The world is crazy. People are crazy. I'm just going to be on my own. But the truth is we don't want to be alone. We want to be with somebody. We're social creatures and we want to be with someone. The reason why something here ended was one, this person started closing themselves off to you. Something here was found out. I don't know what was found out, but something here was found out and this person started closing off. And you felt rejected or there was a rejected energy here in the past. Okay, we're going to talk about it more when we clarify. Let's move on to the present moment. Now, in the present moment, there's a very strong energy here of being or feeling single. This could be you. There's so much passion here. But Even though there's a lot of passion here, like I said, and I said this at the beginning of the reading, and I'm going to reiterate what I just said. Being in a relationship with someone and just having sex with them all the time is not enough. It's not enough. You gotta have something more to offer than just that. And I feel like even though at one point, even in the present moment, it still feels like there's an opportunity for you and this person to get married and to go on a honeymoon, you still feel single. There's still an energy here of, well, I don't feel like I'm in a relationship. I still feel single. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. And we're going to clarify, and I'm going to see confirmation of what you need to know. You also have the Queen of Cups here with the engagement card and stabbed in the back in reverse. Something led to a separation. Something has led to a separation in the present moment between you and this person. You still could be somewhat talking to this person, but I still feel there's a distance between you and them. You have a lot of love here for this person. There's a lot of love from them as well too. You and this person were supposed to get married, but something happened that stopped that from happening is what it's telling me. You also have new love again in the present moment. By the way, I have 2 tarot decks in here. I have 2 in 1. So if the 2 same cards come out, there's a reason. There's a possibility for you and this person to have a new beginning if you listen to the advice that the spiritual advisor gives you and I give you, but you got to follow it. And if you don't, then it could lead to something that you don't want. And that's why you've came to me. So there's an opportunity here in the present moment. There's an opportunity, here in the present moment to have a new beginning. And we're going to talk about how that can happen for you and what you need to know in a moment. Now, in the near future, things get really interesting, and you got to pay attention to this because it's very important. You have the 5 of Pentacles, you have the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. If you're not willing to work on your spiritual enhancement, which is outside of the physical, which means if you're only about makeup and you're only about clothing and looking good all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that because I love looking good. As a Leo woman, I love to look good. I like to put my makeup on. I like to do my lipstick. I like to wear my nice clothes. I like to do my hair. I like to wear my earrings, do my nails. That's normal, okay? It's normal for any woman to be like that. But as a Leo, there's levels. You could be a Leo who is, yes, all about your appearance, but you also are doing the inner work. Because again, this fades. This physical fades. And that's the problem in the near future. It fades. And this person, I'm going to be honest with you, if you don't have anything else to offer, and this is the truth now, okay? You came to me for the truth, right? You wanted the truth? I'm going to give you the truth. The truth is not always the night. It's like mommy gives you medicine at night. You're like, mommy, I don't want the medicine. It tastes bad. But mommy's saying medicine is good for you because it's going to help you. In the near future, if you don't work on your spiritual enhancement, grounding yourself, learning a skill outside of being physically beautiful and pretty, okay? You have something to talk about spiritually when you sit down with this person. This person's going to be 10 times more likely to stay and be with you if you change that. If not, they will leave. There's a message here that they will leave if you do not work on that. Very soon is in reverse. They may not leave right away because it's in reverse, but over time they will disconnect if you don't. Why? Because this person needs someone to talk to. This person, your person, by the way, in their human design, they are profile. We all have profiles, by the way, and they're numbers. So your person's profile is 2-4. Your person needs to be friends first. If you can be their friend first, then everything else will follow. Everything that you want will follow, but it will not follow until you're friends. So if you're somebody who's possessive and you're like, you're mine, I want to marry you, come on, look at me, you like me. This person's like, yeah, but I want more, okay? So there's a need for an interested conversation more, a waiting message arrives, text, call, hoovering. So if you are only in this place of expecting things from this person and you're not talking about spiritual things, or you're not working on the inner spiritual things that need to be enhanced between you and this person, they may leave, okay? You also have self-indulgence, and you have heart-to-heart conversation. So again, a very important conversation's coming in. Somebody here in the near future is talking about marriage. They want to get married. But the problem here in the near future is there's some sort of deception, or there's thoughts of deception. And the reason why the deception happens is because, I'm going to, again, be honest with you, your person's somebody who's seeking perfection constantly. They're constantly in this, okay, what's over here? What's there? What's there? What's there? And the truth is, I'm going to be honest with you about your person. There is no such thing as perfection. You could strive and try to get to perfection, but it doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing here. Now, what you don't see coming is there's a possibility for you and this person to be soulmates and be together, but healthy choices need to be made. If the relationship is full of possession, the relationship is full of sex, intimacy, and there's nothing there other than the looks and the intimacy, it's not going to last. Okay. So if you choose healthy options, which are not self-indulgent, because there's something here about someone being narcissistic or self-indulgent. If the relationship's only about that, then that's all there is. There's nothing more than that. Okay. So to avoid this, there's a need for you not to just be focused on yourself, but to be focused on the benefit of the whole, the benefit of the family, benefit for your son, the benefit for your relationship with the father. Because when you have a child with someone, you're with them for life, even if you're not married to them. Okay. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into your reading. I'm going to dig deep and I'm going to clarify now. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you what's going on. And then we're going to get into the bonus aspect portion of your reading. Okay. All right. Let's clarify your challenge. Tell me about Tayler's challenge. Tell me about Tayler's challenge. Okay, so you have the Devil, the King of Wands, and you have the 10 of Wands. What is coming to an end and what you might find really challenging is and this is a good thing, actually. I don't think this is a bad thing. At first, you may think, oh, no, I don't want it to come to an end. What is coming to an end is the toxicity between you and this person, okay? And the reason why it's coming to an end is because there is going to be a reconciliation, there's going to be a phone call, and you're going to have a conversation with this person, and you're going to get to the root of what's going on, and you're going to talk to your person and say, look what I found out about us and what's really going on, and you're going to be so much smarter after this reading. You're going to be elevated. You're going to be like, your eyes are going to go from being like this to this, okay? You're going to be completely aware. You are the King of Wands. You come across as someone who's very strong. You know what you want. You're very attractive. You're a beautiful, beautiful woman. What's coming to an end for you is this energy of you not having boundaries within your relationship, being open all the time when you need to create structure within yourself in order to elevate your relationships. I do feel like you are going to increase your expectations and your priorities and what you want. So what's coming to an end is you are going to realize that the sexual energy isn't what's going to sustain your relationship. Sharing more on a deeper spiritual level, this is why you have share, is going to be extremely important for you. I'm also getting what's coming to an end is things in your life that are difficult, because once you speak to the spiritual advisor, they're going to explain to you your purpose, what's really going on, who you are, who this person is, and then you're going to be able to kind of have a better advantage. Because when you know what's going on, you're here. You're no longer here with everybody else. You're here because you now know what's really going on. So to answer your question, yes, you're going to know the truth. Yes, there's going to be a phone call. Yes, there's going to be a reconciliation. But when this person comes back, things need to change. They can't remain being the same. Otherwise, it won't work, okay? So that's your challenge. That's what I'm seeing. Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. Tell me about Tayler. Okay, so in the recent past, I do feel that you were someone who was sad or depressed, or you felt like you wanted more out of life. You met this person and they put a smile on your face. This person found something out about you, okay, and then you kind of retreated or felt rejected. Your person was very on and off with you, or you were very on and off with them emotionally, is what I'm seeing here in the recent past. And it's because, again, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself just to be clear. Your person is someone who they strive for perfection. They're constantly looking for perfect. And what people don't realize is perfect is a state of mind. Okay, it can be a state of mind. It can be something you want in the physical. But perfection doesn't just happen like that. Perfection happens by constantly improving every day. Okay? I didn't become good at this stuff in 1 year. I did it over a long period of time, and that's why I've become successful at it. And it's the same with relationships. You got to constantly be investing energy and time. And some people say, I'm not doing that, Monica. I'm not doing that. I shouldn't have to do that. I should just meet my soulmate. Everything should be perfect. They should love me for who I am, and we should live happily ever after. That's a lie. They put that in movies because it's a lie, okay? So the reality is we need to be practical. That's why the readings that I do are practical, okay? So there's something here about a high expectation in the past, and when you couldn't give this to that person, they started to be on and off with you and closed off. And you tried to say, well, why are they being closed off? Why are they doing this? It's because that's their nature. And in order to be with this person, Tayler, you have to accept that they're a perfectionist as a Virgo with the line perfection in their human design. So tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune in the recent past. What happened here? Oh, yeah, you have the death here. So there was an ending here in the past. As quick as it started, it ended. You have the Lovers, and you also have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so your whole idea of being with this person and having a long-term commitment ended, or there was some sort of significant change. And again, when the changes started coming in and things started to become difficult, this person didn't want to deal with it, and they would retreat or disconnect. Tell me more about the Lovers in the recent past. Somebody here was very impatient. I don't know if this was you or your person. Very impatient here in the past. They wanted it now. It's like, I want it now. Let's go. I want it now. I feel like this was you, okay? Why? Because as Leo, I know how Leo nature is. I'm like that too. I'm like, if I want something, I'm like, nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to get it. That's Leo, okay? It's how Leo women are, okay? When we want something, we don't care what we need to do. We're going to go out there. The female line is the one who goes out and does the work. Leo women don't wait for men to do stuff for them. They just go out and do it, okay? That's how they are. And that's why a lot of Leo women are successful, like you and I, we're very successful. So you wanted something with this person and you wanted it now, and it looks like you got it. There was new love, but you realized something. There was rejection. Remember I said at the beginning of your reading, before I clarified, there was rejection, and look, there's confirmation. So you started to feel rejected, or somebody here started to make you wait. I feel like your person made you wait, and you started to feel like you were being rejected. So this is what happened. There was a breakup or a disconnect. Okay. Or there was a high expectation, and the high expectation didn't go, things didn't go as you know, you wanted it, or how it was supposed to go. Okay. Okay. Now, let's talk about the present moment. Now, in the present moment, there's so much passion. You got to be careful. If your whole entire relationship is just about the sexual and the physical, it's not going to last. This is why you often find yourself, Tayler, alone by yourself. Because you daydream, you think about getting married to this person, having a honeymoon, being serious with them being with you, being a good father. You want this. But at the same time, you need to quell your passion. You're a very passionate woman. Hot, fiery. Okay? Everybody wants you. The problem here is that if you don't quell your passion, it's almost like you're not creating more, okay? There's something here about going deeper, sharing, going deeper, and you're learning that. You're only going to learn that on your own. The more you're away from this person, the more there's an opportunity for you to improve yourself, so that when they do come around, you're completely ready for what they are offering and what you're going to be offering them. Because in relationships, somebody's always offering something. There's, you know, that's how relationships work, right? So let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. What is the important message? What is the important message here for Tayler in the present moment? By the way, they just told me that this person's meant for you, but there's going to be a lot of challenges. And if you're not able to overcome the challenges, then, okay. So you have the Three of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Even though this person's left or they've disconnected, you're still connected to them. They're still connected to you. They will always be connected to you. The reason why this person leaves you in the present moment, or why you leave them, I feel like this person leaves you often and you feel